Lifeguards with the city of San Diego are warning you to stay off the trails heading to Black's Beach from the Torrey Pines glider port, as one wrong turn could jeopardize your safety. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Stephanie Simmons. All it takes is one misstep to turn your fun beach day into a dangerous rescue. Tonight, News 8's Sean Stiles is working for you. He talked with lifeguards about what they want you to know.
For most people, access to Black's Beach is through the Torrey Pines glider port. But if you come and look at this signage right here, it says, unstable cliffs, stay back, no public access. This is not a designated path.
We can make anywhere from 2 to 3 cliff rescues in a week here at Black's Beach alone.
I met with San Diego City Lifeguard Lieutenant Charles Knight to explain why.
This is not a designated trail because it's not maintained by the city.
And that's the problem.
It looks like they have stairs, everybody else is going down the trail, so it seems safe. It's difficult getting down, but it's even more difficult getting back up.
And with no designated trail, one can wander off the main path like these ladies did while we were there.
Because we kind of were like stuck a little bit, and then someone told us that like it didn't lead through this one way we went, but there was no like directions for where we were supposed to go.
So you got caught on a blind trail.
Yeah.
So I asked Lieutenant Knight, if not through the Torrey Pines glider port, then where?
The only real access to Black's Beach is going to be Black Gold Road, which is a paved road all the way down to the beach that is maintained by UCSD.
That's right off La Jolla Farms Road. I've gone to Black's Beach through this access point many a time. Here's the problem and what you'll want to know. The parking is tight, lots of red curbs. There's a 2-hour limit, and parking enforcement is hovering all the time, ready to ticket. Remember, the city needs money. So it's a sprint down about 15 minutes, surf for an hour plus, and then a sprint back up to avoid a ticket. It's a lot safer, but time is limited. For those heading down from the glider port, Lieutenant Knight says many just don't come prepared.
A lot of the times they don't bring water, they get dehydrated, and on the way back up, especially on Citizens Trail, they run into issues, they get dehydrated, and they don't feel good, and that initiates quite a few cliff rescues for us. So even though Citizens Trail may look like the path down to Black's Beach, it is not designated. So if you listen to Lieutenant Knight, use common sense if you're heading down here, come prepared, lots of water, and be ready for a long hike back up. It's not a short one. Sean Stiles, News 8.
Thank you, Sean. And remember, if there is something you would like us to look into, you can email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com. A beach hazard statement is in effect right now, driven by some rough water conditions. It comes as temperatures from the coast to the mountains are about to skyrocket this week.
Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis joins us now for a first look at what you can expect.
Yeah, you're talking about the heat by the middle of the week, and so that's when we're going to have those temperatures above seasonal by about 10 to 15 degrees, especially across the inland valleys and mountains. We're looking at that beach hazard statement. That's in effect right now. That's going to keep going until 11 p.m. for tomorrow night. You have a south swell bringing elevated surf about 3 to 5 feet and strong rip currents, but it's also coupled with the return of king tides. So we have an extra pull in our evening high tides, all because of the new moon phase. It's going to be by tomorrow, and so that creates that extra pull, bringing those tides in the evening hours between about 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. up to about 7 feet. So that leads to some minor tidal overflow into parking lots as well as adjacent streets and right there onto boardwalks. When we talk about the heat, that's not set to arrive until we get to about Wednesday, but we're already feeling that humidity out there, and that is making things sweltering. And so that's going to be coupled with the hot temperatures, with the heat alerts that go into effect starting on Wednesday in the morning hours and lasting all the way through Thursday before those temperatures start to trend downward by the weekend, but it's still going to be humid out there. We'll go ahead and take a look at your complete forecast coming up. Stephanie.
All right, Carlene, thank you. As always, you can find an extended weather forecast on the CBS 8 app. Just download it on your phone or TV, and you can stream now for free.
A traffic alert that could impact your drive through the South Bay tonight. Caltrans will close all lanes of southbound Interstate 5 beyond the State Route 54 connector starting in just a few hours at 10. A map of the closure is on your screen right now. Caltrans tells us lanes are expected to be closed until tomorrow at 6 a.m. Signs will be placed along the route, advising of the closure and suggesting alternate paths. There is a growing memorial at the scene of a crash in Encinitas that left a young woman dead. It happened Friday night on El Camino del Norte.
News 8's Alex Cheney joins us live not far from there with new information we are learning tonight. Alex.
Yeah, this is just an absolutely tragic story as a teenage girl, we now know, died last Friday night, and it actually happened right here where there is a growing memorial tonight. The San Diego County Medical Examiner's Office confirmed to me the identity this afternoon as 17-year-old Serafina Rose Faddick. The San Diego Sheriff's Office says the crash happened just after 7:15 Friday night. Investigators say the woman was crossing the road when she was hit by a vehicle going westbound. I spoke to a neighbor just now who asked not to appear on camera, but told me she was first on scene when the crash happened, but doesn't know the family.
I wish I could express my condolences in person, give them that tight hug that I think everybody needs in that moment, just reassuring them that their daughter was not alone in those last couple of minutes. I may be a stranger to her and to them, but I think there's a comfort in knowing that your loved one wasn't by themselves.
I also spoke to Laura Van Duren from Safe Streets Encinitas today. She says 14 pedestrians have been killed in Encinitas since 2016. This stretch of El Camino del Norte has a 35-mile-per-hour speed limit. The cars are going really fast down the road here. She believes that more should be done. She wants city council, she wants the city of Encinitas to do more to stop crashes like this. She also shares her deepest condolences with the Faddick family as they are going through something absolutely terrible right now for those parents and the entire family. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Alex, thank you. Tonight, the ongoing search for an Oceanside mother and nurse is intensifying. Her car was found at Palomar Mountain, but it's now been a week since anyone has seen or heard from Angelica Brophy.
News 8's Jenny Day talked with Angelica's brother and joins us live from a pond near where her car was found, and we understand that pond was searched by dive teams this morning, Jenny?
Yeah, and sadly, Carlo, with no success. What a grim effort even. This family, of course, hoping they do not find her in this pond, but they have searched the nearby trails as well. And again, so far, with no success.
We'll find her. She's strong-willed.
44-year-old Angelica Brophy, now missing since July 6th. Take a close look at her photo. The Oceanside mother of two is an emergency department nurse, a traveler, hiker, and marathon runner. Her husband, retired Air Force.
Avid hiker, good mom, loving mother. She's been to this park before and hiked it back in February. They love to travel. She's very adventurous.
Kaiser Permanente San Marcos also telling me they're deeply concerned for their colleague, saying she's a valued and respected member of their team, and they are hopeful for her safe return. Efforts were made to find her phone, but it's either off or out of battery. The last known ping came from Harrah's Hotel and Casino in Valley Center at 3:30. According to her brother, there is surveillance footage of her leaving Harrah's alone, then no cameras, but proof she purchased a pass to enter the state park at 4:20. She had plans with her 12-year-old daughter after summer camp that night. But again, it's been more than a week now and nothing since.
There was no video surveillance. There's no video cameras up there. At the gate when you enter the park, there was an attendant at the guard shut.
It's a long and desolate, windy climb up the mountain, then vast, beautiful wilderness. Chopper 8 above where her car was found in this parking lot by her husband 3 days later, about 50 yards away from Doan Pond. It's near the start of the Cedar Trailhead.
There is no foul play or anything that shows a hint of any foul play in the vehicle. I don't know. First couple days bogged my mind with the scenarios and all this, but I just realized that that's just holding me back from being present and trying to figure out what's best now moving forward for the kids, for the family, in regards to what we're going to do, what the plan, civilian search or anything like that. That's what I'm focused on right now.
Oceanside police are leading the investigation, but tell us California State Parks is coordinating the search, along with the Sheriff's Department rescue team and divers from San Diego Harbor Police. So far, 4 solid days of searching and still no closer to finding Angelica Brophy.
What's going through my mind is I just want to get her home.
Yeah, the family really just doesn't know what to think. Oceanside police confirming that there are no obvious signs of foul play. So certainly if you have any information they want to hear from you, you can even remain anonymous. We are live from Palomar Mountain. Jenny Day, News 8.
Thank you, Jenny. San Diego City Council is discussing the first group of lawsuits filed in the wake of catastrophic flooding that left several neighborhoods devastated.
In total, more than 1,500 residents are suing the city, and now, nearly 2.5 years later, they're frustrated there still is no progress on a settlement. Many residents are seeking accountability and compensation. Now, earlier this year, the city of San Diego settled a $6.3 million agreement with 17 insurance carriers, but flood victims haven't gotten a penny of that.
City's also countersuing nearly a dozen people who own property near Chollas Creek. News 8's Alex Lai talked with a lawyer representing hundreds of those residents and shares how long the legal fight could take. That's ahead in our next half hour. Governor Gavin Newsom signs a bill that aims to make it easier to build more affordable housing.
We've got those details still ahead for you. Plus, California leads a group of states in suing to block Paramount's takeover of Warner Brothers Discovery. Why they say it's illegal.
But first, a look inside some sleeping cabins opening soon for people experiencing homelessness. After this.